that we've got high quality products is the formation of the Scientific Advisory Board, a group of scientists whose job is to ensure we've got the best products in the marketplace. And then equal opportunity for everybody is the fourth principle. It simply means everybody who starts this business starts at the same level. And your level of success depends on how hard you work and how well you help other people to become successful. And then you need to have a long-range vision. It simply means have a long-term view of the business. Initially, have a 2 to 5 year plan. It simply means in a period of 2 to 5 years, if you're a guest and you start the business, follow the guidance of the person who invited you. Between 2 to 5 years, you'll be successful. These are the ranges of products that Neolife makes. We've got products that make you feel better. Good health. Why is it important? Because when your health is compromised, life doesn't sound very exciting. So we've got products to make you feel better. We've got products that help you regulate your blood pressure, products that help you with the joints, products that make sure all your cells get the nutrients it needs to lead a healthy life. Then we have products that make you look better. This is the skin and personal care products, hair shampoos, hair conditioners, hand and body lotion, moisturizers, the whole range of products that make you look good. Then we have products that make you live better. That is, the environment in which you live should be clean, should be germ-free, and should help you have a safe and clean environment. This is a cleaning range of products. So this is the product ranges that Neolife manufactures. I spoke earlier about the Scientific Advisory Board, the group of scientists who make sure that we've got the best products in the marketplace. The Scientific Advisory Board was founded by Dr. Arthur Fast. Dr. Arthur Fast was the toxicologist, in fact, one of the scientists who ensured that, who started the treating of cancer using chemo or chemotherapy, because he realized that chemo is very devastating also to the healthy cells of the body. That's why he developed an antidote called beta-GAD that helps escort chemicals safely out of the body. Then we have scientists, biochemists, we have researchers, product technologies, food scientists, sports experts, people who make sure we've got the best products in the marketplace. Now, let's talk about cellular nutrition. What is cellular nutrition? Cellular nutrition simply means that when we take food or anything in our mouth, that is called diet. What gets into our cells is called nutrition. So our cells need to absorb nutrients efficiently and remove waste. Then you have a healthy cell. But if you have a cell that nutrients don't go in effectively and waste doesn't come out, you have an unhealthy cell. And if your cells are unhealthy, the whole body is unhealthy. It's a very simple concept. How do you overcome this challenge? The solution is to have a product that supplies your cells with all the nutrients it needs. The foundation of nutrition is this product called Pro Vitality. It's made from 4 different products. The first one is a carotenoid complex. The green capsule made from rice, wheat, and soya. It helps our cells absorb nutrients efficiently. And then the brown capsule is called carotenoid complex. It's made from the red-colored fruits and vegetables, apples, tomatoes, apricots, carrots, berries. Things with the red-colored fruits makes the carotenoid complex. This product increases your immune system by 37% within a period of 20 days. This was a study done by U.S. Department of Agriculture. Then we have the omega-3 salmon oil. Omega-3 is made from fish oil. The oil they get from this fish comes from the fish with the fresh water in the North Sea. And the reason for that is Neolife wants to make sure only the best raw material is used for making the products. Then we have the multivitamin and mineral complex. the green tablet. Now in the new package is a capsule also. This is where you obtain all those fantastic products for your health. Let's talk about the home care products. This is a cleaning range of products to make sure you live in a clean environment. Super 10 is the yellow one. Super 10, you mix 1 liter of Super 10 with 10 liters of water. So you actually get 11 liters of the usable product. The next one is the Care Solution. Care Solution is green in color. This is quite concentrated and very economical. 1 liter of Care Solution will give you 51 liters of the usable to disinfect your home. 1 bottle will probably last you 6 to 8 months because it's very concentrated. Then LDC is a light duty concentrate, is a red liquid. LDC, you mix 1 to 5. It means 1 liter will give you 6 liters of usable product. In our home, we use LDC for cleaning the bathroom, the kitchen, the toilet. I use it to shower, I use it to shave, I use it to clean the car. So it's a multi-purpose light-duty concentrate. Then we have this fantastic product called Supergrow. Supergrow is a product that helps farmers to increase their yield. Very versatile, economical. 1 liter of Supergrow you mix with 1,000 liters of water. It is safe and easy to use and handle. It is multi-purpose. It means you can use it indoors or outdoors, and it has proven performance. It does the following things. It's an emulsifier. It means it breaks down oil. One of the things plants do by nature is that they create a very thin oil surface on the leaves to prevent rapid moisture loss. But in return, this also prevents it from absorbing water efficiently. So what Supergrow does, it breaks down the surface tension of water, is an emulsifier, is an adjuvant. It means it helps crops absorb the other farm inputs. It's a spreader sticker. It makes the crops have the farm implements stick efficiently on the leaves and on the roots. Then is a wetting agent. It breaks down surface tension of water, soil, and the plants are able to absorb water efficiently. Then we have the skincare range of products. Core products to cleanse and detoxify, to balance and invigorate the skin. The largest organ in your body is your skin. Therefore, it makes good sense to take good care of it. So we've got a whole range of fantastic products that help to rejuvenate the skin. Your skin is constantly growing and the old skin dying and peeling off. So you need something to keep it healthy. Let's look at the business side of this presentation as we discover and explore Neolife. The business opportunity helps you to grow a business. The thing is this, we are not employed by Neolife. We are independent distributors. So let's look at the business opportunity. The first thing you need to have a dream. That is the desire to have more than you currently have. Maybe your dream is to buy a good car. Maybe your dream is to travel around the world, to build a dream home, to have financial freedom. Okay? You need to have a desire. Nobody can do this for you. It has to come from within you, from your heart, from your mind, that helps you to go after your goals and your dreams. Let's look at how the business works. You see, for business to grow, you have to work. And what work do? We do 3 things every day. The first one is we use the products ourselves. The reason we use our products is very simple. We're supporting our own business. And number 2, we want the people we recommend or sell this product to know that we also believe and use the products ourselves so that we can share our story. Remember, stories sell, facts tell. People make decisions on the stories they hear about the products. The second one is share the products and the opportunity. It simply means you ask people to become business builders like yourself. If they're not interested, they become product users and they become your customers. The third thing we do every day is personal development. That means you take time to learn about the business, about the product, and how to become a leader. Let's see how it works in practice. This is you to share the product with your friends, relatives, neighbors. In this example, you bought 6 bottles of Tree, and then each is 60 capsules. Now, because Neolife operates in different countries, we use the PV system to measure business volume. In this example, you've got 6 bottles of Tree, and then gives you 102 PV or point value. If you do this, your income is roughly $30. That's the profit you make from retailing product to your customers. The next thing you do is you begin to share the opportunity. That simply means you approach your friends, relatives, and neighbors to join you as business builders. And these people, what do? They do what you do. They use the products. They also share with their friends. Eventually, you will build a team that is able to generate 1,000 PV per month. If they do that, you become a senior manager and your income is roughly $300 a month. That is just the beginning. So the next thing you do, you train or teach these 3 people you brought in to become business builders. They also build the business. If they reach 1,000 PV each, and together as a total, you reach 4,000, you become a director in the business, and your income is between $500 and $750. How do you increase your income level? You need to keep building and helping the people you brought in to become directors. If you do that, you become a wild team member. You build 1, 2, 3 directors in your group. You're also a director. Your income is between $1,500 and $3,000 a month. But you need to keep duplicating the process. That means you help other people reach director level. If you help 6 people become directors, you become a president's team member. At that level, your income goes way beyond $6,000 a month. And that's a very, very exciting income, because the amount of money you invest to start this business is very low. In fact, as a friend of mine used to say, the biggest investment in this business is salt and water, simply sweat, just sheer hard work. So at this juncture, I would like to invite our guest. Let me just see where he is. Okay, Fred, I've made you the host. If you can hear me, just unmute yourself.
I hope you can hear me, Pascal.
Yes, I can hear you loud and clear.
Can you see me?
Yes, I can see you. You know, Fred, the one thing I've learned from you is how to dress. Yes, you really dress. So I want to welcome you to share your story with us.
Yes. Good evening, everyone. My name is Fred MWIRIGI. I thank God for this evening. I'm glad to be part of this opportunity. I really thank Almighty God because I was fortunate enough to have actually started this business immediately after high school. I remember I was just 19 years of age. I've just finished high school. They had given me an opportunity to join the university to do engineering. And a friend of mine invited me to have a look at this business simply because he believed if I became part and parcel of the business, I was going to help my mama. Being a firstborn, I have my 4 sisters, and mom is a single mom. Our father died when we were quite young. So he knew my story. He knew as much as I'm going to the university, pocket money was going to be a challenge. So the day I was invited to have a look at the opportunity for me, I was told it's a business that can help you to stop over relying on your mother. I went for a meeting. At that time, I remember it wasn't a Zoom call. It was a physical meeting. And I met good-looking people dressed in nice suits, and I really admired how they looked like. And when they spoke about the business, I can assure you one thing. I didn't understand much. At the age of 19 years, talking to me about the health part of the business, I would not really understand it. But when they started talking about how you can make money, yeah, I looked at the business and I was like, maybe I might not be able to make that much, but if I can be able to be part of this business and be able to make roughly 20, 30, $10, yeah, it can help me to be able to get some pocket money. And I made a decision because I had nothing to lose. They told me that, Fred, if you become part of this business, you don't need to quit school. What you can do is just build a business part-time. I started, and even to get started, the money to get a license, Pascal is going to share with us. I remember I had to sell my cell phone, which was a gift from my physics teacher to start the business. And I started with the help of the person who had invited me, Dr. Lawi. I was taught how to build a business, and part of the business that I loved most, especially the products, were the cleaning products. They talked about a fantastic product that I really appreciate up to date called G1, where all I had to do, because Pascal had just told us, is the first thing you do is use the products. All I had to do was just soak my clothes, and after 2 to 3 hours, just rinse them. Yeah. And after using the product, it was very easy for me to share with my friends about a product that you don't need to really wash your clothes, all about soaking them. And most of my friends were really excited. Some of them thought probably it was a joke, but those who used the product came back for more. So I found myself making daily profit because the business is all about after using the products, all you have to do is share with someone close to you. After making some profit, and when my friends realized there was something which was happening in my life, some of them wanted to know more about the business. And I thank God because the person who really introduced me in the business was there to help me talk to some of my friends. And within no time, I found myself getting other people involved. Yeah, because they also got their license. You were able to start building the business. You also started making some profits on a daily basis, talking to their friends, family, relatives, neighbors. And all of us were excited. Just a bunch of young 18-year-olds, 19-year-olds, 20-year-olds who were excited to share the benefit of the products with our family, friends, and neighbors. And in the process of making this profit, I remember within the first month, I started making my bonus, getting a bonus from the company. And the only thing I'd done was share with the people around me about the business. And the company rewarded me. That's the first time someone wrote me a check. Remember, it was the Barclays Bank check? Yes. And it was roughly around what, $5, $5. It was really exciting for me to receive a check on my own name. And when I shared it with some of my friends, there are those who laughed at me because they could not understand working with an international company, getting a bonus at the end of the month worth $5, because they didn't really understand. But for me, I knew one thing. The only thing I'd done was just share with there were 3, 4 friends of mine that we were in high school with. And all they did was just simply use the product. And whoever had introduced me the business, Dr. Lau, told me, Fred, if you can get as many people as many as you can to be part of this business, you're going to make more money. I remember with that bonus of $5, they called me a manager. By the second month, just the excitement of young students who were in campus. Yeah, I remember my network was around 18 people. And they call me a senior manager. It's a title that we have in the business. Probably whoever invited you shall be able to share more about it. I remember getting my second bonus check of around $70, an equivalent of 7,000 Kenya shilling today. And I really got excited. And the only thing I did differently was with my friends that I started the business, we kept on sharing this business with our friends in the school. And when people see your life has changed, when they see you are no longer talking about the problems you're going through in the university, all of them, Most of them wanted to be part of the business. And the beauty is, there are people who are there to help you share this business with your friends as well. When I got a bonus of 7,000, yeah, I felt that I can do this business. Within a period of 90 days, to be precise, 3 months, I became what they call a director today. I remember getting a check of around, at that time, $350. And that was a lot of money for me. I remember calling back home and telling Mama, you know what, Mom? I can take care of myself. I want you to worry about my sisters. Because getting over 35,000 Kenya shilling to me was so much money. I realized that this business can change a lot of things in my life. And as I kept on building the business, as I kept on doing 1, 2 things to grow the business, my bonus kept on increasing. Within 6 months, it was $400, around 40,000. Within a year, over 80,000. Within 2 years, close to $1,000. I really thank God because as this money kept on coming, one of the things that started happening because I was making too much money than I needed. I started helping Mama take care of my sisters. Because of this business, I've been able to help Mama pay school fees for my siblings. They have gone through high school, college. And when I look at them, I always ask myself, if I never started this business, where would these young ladies be? Yeah. What kind of life would they be living? And when I look at myself, this business is a career for me because I've never actually ever looked for a job out there. When I was done with school, I've never gone out there to apply for CVs and asking people to give me a job that they don't want, because the business gave me the freedom to do what I wanted to do. Basically, I retired even before I got into employment. And the other thing that the business has given me, for me, is the freedom to choose the quality or the kind of life I want to live. Because the whole thing about the business is if you decide to make certain kind of income, you go all out and you work the business and you're going to get that money. And the fact that I never had to struggle like any other young person out there, to me, it's a bonus. Because of the business, I've been able to build a great network of individuals like Engineer Pascal and others, whom probably if it were not for this business, I would not have met them. Because of the business, I found myself traveling to different countries. I don't know if I never started this business, where would I travel? To be with who? Who is actually going to pay all those things? Because of this business, I've been able to acquire myself a brand new car. Now, when I started, I used to say have a dream, and many a times would go to a dealer shop and take a nice picture with the car that you'd want. And at that time, I would think of one day I'm gonna own my car. Today, I wake up every day, dress in my suit and my tie, go downstairs in the basement and walk out of my house or drive out of my house with a Volkswagen Mark 7, a German car, cut of this business. But I don't want you to look at the Volkswagen today. I just want you to look at the young Fred at the age of 19 years who never knew much about life, to a gentleman today who, when everyone is complaining about the traffic jam in the city, I can actually talk about being caught in traffic. I can actually talk about the fuel prices. And all this has happened within a short period of time. So for the guests on the call, my message to you tonight is look at your life today and ask yourself, what is that one thing that if you became part and parcel of this business that you can be able to change? I looked at the business and I looked at only that part, that if I can do this business and help my mama take care of us, to me that was true success. Today, when I look at the future, I'm very excited because I'm not worried about the future. As long as I keep on building my business, my future is taken care of. And if Fred Murigi has been able to do it from such a humble beginning, I don't know. All of us on this call can be able to do it as long as you become true to your dreams, to your aspiration. And as long as you keep God first and you work hard, I don't know, you're going to achieve more than that, what you've been able to achieve within a short period of time. Thank you so much, Pascal. That is my humble story. I hope I've been able to share to the level of your expectation.
Thank you very much, Fred. I really appreciate your story. I always look forward to hearing your story, because when you started the business at the age of 19, nobody should have an excuse for not doing the business. Thank you so much. Thanks. So, ladies and gentlemen, there you are, Fred Murigi, a very young person, an engineer who became very successful in the business. If you're a guest, ask yourself, where will you be in 5 years' time? If you keep doing what you're doing now, where will you be in 5 years? Okay. One of the things that Fred mentioned about is traveling. If you really want to travel, this is a business to join. Because when you reach a certain level in the business, the company takes you to different destinations. It's free if you work hard and qualify for it. It is not free if you just start a business and don't work for it. You have to work for your situation. The other thing that we have is leadership training. When you reach a certain level in the business, you have leadership training. Leadership school is all the regions in Africa where NEOLAC does business, West Africa, East Africa, Southern Africa. When you reach a certain level, Emerald Director, Sapphire Director, you go for 4 days for leadership training paid for by the company. And the reason for that is this, because the company recognizes the effort that you've made to build a large business. If you're a guest, what do you need to get started in the business? You need some initial capital. And in different countries, if you're in Botswana, you need between 750 and 1,500 pula. In South Africa, between 950 and 2930. In Kenya, 9,500 or 12,000 Kenya shillings. Nigeria, 68,000 or 100,000 naira. Tanzania, 172,000 or 226,000 Tanzania shillings. Uganda, 258,000 or 290,000 Uganda shillings. USA, $75. If you're in Togo, 47,000 or 65,000 CFA. Ghana, 900 or 1460 Ghanaian cedis. Cameroon, 61,000 or 76,000 CFA. Namibia, 1,010 or 2,120 Namibian dollars. Mozambique is 6,020 or 10,500 meticas. Then Malawi, 100,500 or 309,260 Malawian kwacha. This is what you need to get started in the business, is your initial investment in your business. Very important. If you want to succeed, you need to take charge of your life. Number one, flexible schedule. The company doesn't tell you how long you need to work. It is up to you. Remember, it's your own business. The company is simply a partner that supplies you with the products and the system, computer system in 50 different countries to grow your business. Okay? So flexible schedule. Secondly, you work from home. You don't need an office to start this business. Third is you save money. When you register with the company, you buy the product at a discount and you save quite a bit of money. 4 is residual income. Residual income simply means what you earn today is the result of the work you put in yesterday. Quality time with your family, that means this is a family business. And if you're married, you work as husband and wife, you have young children, they will see you working, they learn what it is to work hard. Then financial freedom. If you really take this business seriously, you will acquire financial freedom. Financial freedom means that if your current source of income stops, you don't panic, you don't worry. Then you become your own boss. International travel, we've spoken about this earlier. Education for your children. NEOLAC has given us an opportunity to take our children to the best schools in Pretoria. Personal development. This is something that, apart from the income, the changes I see in people in the business, they become better people, more disciplined. They become better speakers, better human beings. And that's what the business does for you. So if you're a guest, get back to the person who invited you. They will show you what to do. And if you take the business seriously, in a year's time, in 2 years' time, in fact, I'd like to give you advice if you're a guest. After this meeting, get back to the person who invited you, tell them you want to start the business immediately. If you don't have the money, go and borrow. The reason I say that is this. There is a story of many people who start the business. In fact, Fred mentioned it. Fred started the business by selling his phone to get started. I remember there was a distributor in Ghana who was shown this business. He went and sold his TV and trousers to get the money to register and start the business. That's what the business can do and change your life. Get the money, get started, follow the advice of the person who invited you, and if you follow their guidelines and you work on total faith for 1 year or 2 years, you will not be disappointed. You'll become successful beyond your wildest dreams, because I have seen this happening to very many people. Today is the first day of the rest of your life. What decision are you going to make? Ladies and gentlemen, we want to thank you very much. Fred, thank you very much for your wonderful story. We really appreciate it. So if you're a guest, we look forward to you joining us in the next training, wherever you are. And all those distributors who are in Nairobi, there's a fantastic meeting coming on Saturday, the 14th of March, Hilton Hotel at 11 o'clock. If you're in the Nairobi area, make sure you invite your guests there. Thank you, good night, and God bless.